Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. And thank you so much, Teresa, for your donation, girl. I appreciate that. Let me get this list all started. Oops. How are you doing today? And my name is Sophie, if y'all don't know. If y'all are new here, welcome and thank you for your subscription. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much. Are you new? Thank you very much for your donation. You just did a thing. What did you do, girl? If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for your subscription. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader for tonight. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical or legal questions. And today we are using the Barbie tarot deck, which is probably one of my top three because I'm just a Barbie girl. You quit a job. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh dear. Well, I'm hoping it was a pivot in the right direction and was for the best. Yeah, let's go ahead and start asking about that. How did you want to phrase this? I believe it is. What is the energy as a result of this decision moving forward? Pitfalls, opportunities, etc. The job was just a little one, an extra $300 a month tops. Okay, so it was like a side hustle type thing. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the energy? What will be the result of Teresa's decision leaving her job? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will be the energetic result of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will be the result of Teresa's decision deciding to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the result of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the result of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the result of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the results of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the results of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the results of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Messengers and spirit guides. What will be the results of Teresa's decision to leave her job? Six of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. That's what I wanted to see. Knight of Cups reversed. Six of Wands reversed. And the Chariot. The Chariot is what's up. It's that pivot that you're making. It's that change. It's moving forward, onwards and upwards. I do believe that there are going to be a number of opportunities for you on the horizon for work. I'm not going to say that things are not going to be competitive at all, because just the job market in general right now, I think in almost every line of work is extremely competitive and difficult right now with the Six of Wands reversed. But this has definitely opened up the gate open up a gateway for lots of great opportunities. I do want some clarity, just a little bit of clarity of this Knight of Cups reverse. Yeah, you've saved yourself. The job was just, sorry, I thought you typed something else. You're saving yourself a lot of, I don't know how long you've been at this job, but you're definitely saving yourself from a lot of toxicity that I'm assuming was there. You had your reasons for leaving this job. And Knight of Cups reversed, when we're talking about career, is often about like avoidance of negative energies. It was really holding me back from other opportunities and physically causing problems. I'm retired, so I'm covered on the basics. Got you. Yeah, mentally and physically. Yeah, mentally and physically taxing. Got you. Yeah, no, it's going to bring a lot more. Some more free time into your life with the Six of Cups. You're going to feel more balanced as a person. As you said, it was taking a toll on you both mentally and physically. And yeah, the two are intertwined. And this is wonderful. Spirit is 100, like totally behind you on this decision with the Chariot of moving forward. And I shouldn't say simply moving forward, because it's a tough decision to make. It's a tough thing to do, to finally decide to leave a job, because we don't know if we've made the right decision, yada, yada, yada. But Spirit is saying you have made the right decision. And I always save the best for last. We have this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. This is exactly what I wanted to see, Teresa. This is precisely what I wanted to see. I wanted to see you in control of, you feeling totally in control and balanced within your work life, not feeling overworked. The Queen of Pentacles has got it when it comes to work. She can balance her work life and her personal life and her family life and her romantic life just absolutely perfectly. There's no imbalance. There's no overworking. Like, if I saw this reversed, I'd be a little concerned. But because Queen of Pentacles reversed is definitely the energy of someone who is feeling overworked. But this is definitely very promising, and I feel like it's going to. It's like you're definitely turning a new leaf, and you're going to feel so much better mentally and physically. I'm going to jump in on the live readings like we talked about last night, plus working on it. I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking that. That's so funny. Thank you. I know, I love this deck. I don't know if it's still available. I think I got a bootleg copy of it. It doesn't look like a bootleg copy, but I found it on Etsy. The original artist was called Lavender Kitten, but I got it from someone else. But what I was just going to say was, yeah, I think, after what, we discussed last night briefly, I asked you if you had a channel, if you did live readings. And when I saw you pop on today, I told myself, I'm like, remember to tell Teresa, like, try and encourage her just one more time to just jump in. Just dip, or not jump in, just dip your toe in the water, and just try going live. And this offers you the time and the space to do that. And to do something that you really, really enjoy doing. You're good at it. I'll tell you what, girl, like, some people, I do, that question, like, well, what do you do for a living? Like, it's dicey when people ask me that, whether it be the hairdresser or like someone at synagogue or whatever. People are either going to think it's really cool, or some people don't like it at all. Some people think it's weird. There's definitely a lot of opinions about tarot. And what we do, but I really don't care. To me, that just weeds out the people that aren't worth it, but I'll tell you what, it's totally, getting that weird response is nothing compared to the joy I get doing what I'm doing. I'm my own boss. No day is ever boring. You guys are all so kind and interesting and warm, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, I don't have any toxic clients. I don't have any toxic subscribers. Like, y'all are all really, but I'm not kissing your guys' butts, just for real. Oh, yeah, no, I really mean it. And I really think that now is a really great time to, not just for you, because you have the time, but I do feel there is a little resurgence in tarot's popularity going on right now. It goes up and down all the time, but I think now's the time. Yeah, right on, girl. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. I'm glad you popped on today. Because, I was thinking about that earlier. I was just like, I really would like to see her as a new reader on here. All right. Thank you very much for your donation. Corey. Corey is your name. And Corey, are you, I know Corey can be a guy's name or a girl's name. Are you a female or male? You take care too, Teresa. Much love and light to you. What's next with me and D? And what is D's gender too? You are a female. Okay. And D, and what is D? Is D a male? Oh, also, what is your, what are, and he's a male. Okay, great. And what are both of your signs? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is next between Corey and D? Knight of Wands reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. 5 of Wands. Knight of Swords reversed. And 7 of Cups reversed. This doesn't look good, hon. This doesn't look good. I'm just going to assume, okay, I 5 of Wands is conflict, pure and simple. It could be external conflict. It could be internal conflict. It could be both. Did you guys get into an argument recently? Or are the two of you very argumentative with one another? If you guys haven't gotten to some kind of conflict recently, I unfortunately see that happening on the horizon. His energies are elsewhere right now. I don't know if you are not arguing. Okay. Have you ever argued in the past, or because I see some kind of conflict coming up, and it doesn't have to be necessarily, it doesn't have to be an argument or a conflict. It could be competition as well. It could be another person. That's another way. That's another definition of the 5 of Wands, is competition or conflict. I also said it could also be inner. You never argued. Okay, so this could also be inner conflict. This could be something that he's dealing with. Because speaking, thank you very much for your donation, Phyllis. I'll add you just a moment. Because speaking of internal conflict, when I speak of internal conflict, I'm speaking of one's emotions. And emotionally here, I see that he is very much pulled back. I don't know if you've felt that at all. Please confirm or deny. I feel like it's me. I'm in my head. Someone's, well, the question I asked was what's happening between you and him. So I guess it could be you. We did ask about both of you. I didn't say what's going on with him, but yeah, someone is definitely very much in their head right now with the Knight of Swords reversed. Really, really overthinking things. Someone is avoiding making romantic decisions with the 7 of Cups reversed. There's discontent. There's discontentment between the, I don't know if it's between the two of you or if it's just within you or within him. But there is an energy of discontentment. of a lack of a deeper connection that may have been there in the past. It might not have, but it's definitely lacking that deep connection. That's pretty necessary, very necessary for connections to thrive. It just feels like an unstable connection, and with the Seven of Cups reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, he never gave any red flags. Okay. How long have you known him for? What have his actions been like? Has he been treating you really right? Is he like consistent and like communicative with you? Um, like is he a good guy to you? I just met him. His actions have been amazing. Okay, okay. So this could very well be, and thank you very much for your donation, Marissa. This could very well be your energies, love. He's a good guy. Okay. Yeah, because we asked about the future of the two of you. And these are very similar in their definitions. Knight of Wands reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed is someone avoiding making a romantic decision. And you might be in the space where, you know, you just met him. I don't know how long ago you met him, but you know, I always say we never really know someone. You know, sometimes people don't really know someone at all for like, you know, years. There are definitely cases where people, but especially at the beginning, you don't really know the person. They are themselves, but you know, I think everyone puts on a bit of a facade when they first start talking to someone. And I'm not saying he's not a good guy. It's not what I'm saying at all. But I think, you know, I think possibly a little more time. I mean, it might seem also like it's too good, like it might feel too good to be true, and that could just be your intuition. You know, if spirit is picking up on this, that they often pick up less on what your fears on, and will illuminate on what needs to be done, and what blockages are there. I just saw that. Thank you so much, Marissa. Let me quickly update this 1 second. Okay. So it could be, you know, you're in this headspace where it just feels like it's too good to be true. Again, I don't know how long this has been going on for, but you know, if it's been going on for less than a month, I wouldn't come to any conclusions yet about whether he's a good guy or not. I mean, you know, a good guy, you know, in general, but you know, people can definitely hide things, for a little while, and you never, you know, you gotta, you know, feel like you might need to get to know him a little bit more, and he might need to get to know you more. Again, I don't know how long it's been, but I've been in situations where, yeah, at first it feels like it's just too good to be true. More than once, I've dated people where it starts off really, really well, and it's like, and my knee jerk reaction is usually this has to be too good to be true, and I have proved myself wrong, a couple of times, but most of the time spirit is literally telling me this is too good to be true, to the point where there was this one time I was dating this one guy, and I was like, it was like a mantra. I kept on hearing too good to be true, too good to be true. And I'm like, no, I felt I was being pessimistic. But then I put on my music, and I just put it on random, and it put on a song by an artist I really like. Her name's Nigel, and the song is literally called Too Good to Be True. And I hadn't listened to that song in like 7 years. There was like no reason why it should have shown up on my like mix. And I was like walking to go on a date with this guy when it came on. It was really, really weird. Like, it was like spirit was saying, so I think, you know, so listen to your intuition. In short, Corey, listen to your intuition. But, you know, continue giving him a chance, but also, you know, listen to your intuition, because it could be serving you here. Okay. And you're very, very welcome, love. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race is what I always say. Take things nice and slowly. Miss Phyllis, thank you, Phyllis, for your donation, girl. How are you today? What is the key to winning Aaron's heart and possibly join him in Cincinnati and getting out of North Carolina for good, since no doors are opening for me in North Carolina? Okay, let's see. That might be a difficult question to answer, Phyllis. But let's see. Spirit's usually not a fan of us relying on other people for our future. So I don't know how clear they're going to be here, but let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What's the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? And spirit guides. What is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? And spirit guides. What is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Student spirit guides, what is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Student spirit guides, what is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Student spirit guides, what is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Student spirit guides, what is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? Student spirit guides, what is the key to Phyllis winning Aaron's heart? The Hermit reversed, Strength, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups reversed, and Three of Pentacles. Okay. Got Three of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. We do have some cups here, but it's the sad cup card. The Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Cups are not happy cups. I wanted to see more cups here. I've got to ask Phyllis, I know you guys are talking over email. Has it developed to like phone or texting, or is it still just over email? And are the conversations deep? Or like, are they flirtatious, or like, what's the nature of the conversations? Because with the Hermit reversed, I feel like he's keeping you at arm's length. I feel like he could just be taking things slowly. He could, but I'm seeing this as more how he fundamentally is. As a person, he's very, very guarded. And I know you guys haven't been talking for a really long time. If Strength is definitely a very sexual card. It's also a very flirtatious card. It's, attraction. It's lust in the Hermetic deck. And so, like, again, I don't know if you're like flirtatious with him in your communication. If that could be helpful. But it could go either way. There's always that chance that someone might not be welcoming to flirtatious advances. But I think it's definitely worth a shot. There's no harm in trying. Unless you just wanted to keep him as a friend. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, he's got some serious guards up. He's got some serious guards up, and I know I said there was potential between the two of you, and I think there is potential for this connection to grow, but I do see it happening at a very slow pace. I think because he has these guards up, it doesn't mean that he's not attracted to you, or doesn't feel that you're a viable woman. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, he wouldn't be talking to you if I do not believe he'd even be talking to you if he felt that way remotely. I do think he does value you, but I also feel like he's extremely guarded. And I do, with this Three of Pentacles, like I said yesterday, like, do continue conversing with him. Um, Make sure it's, a good volley of back and forth with this Three of Pentacles. That he's not, that will definitely, I think that will strengthen things. But it is, I do see things happening kind of slowly. And I see the ball being, or not the, like I see you with the Four of Cups reversed. I see you, yeah, I see you needing to be a little forceful with him. Yeah, no, I understand. Of course, no, I understand, Phyllis, and you asked the question, so I'm just answering here. I think he needs, like, the type of woman that he is typically um, with or has been in the past is a woman who, like, really, like, leads the way and leads the direction. So I think, continue to email one another is really good, making sure you still have that communication, but just bearing in mind that he does have a lot of walls. He does have a lot of guards up, and it's not, definitely not an impossible possibility. It is 100% possible. Um, but in addition to him, taking very slowly, um, it also takes a while to get to that point in a relationship where, you can move, or, when you should move in with someone. Um, so, it may just take a little while. And so he's in Cincinnati. He left North Carolina. Did he leave for a different station, I'm guessing? Because I thought he was in North Carolina. You're taking things. Yeah, yeah. That's I always say that's what wins the race. Slow and steady for sure. Um, but is he already living in Cincinnati? Has he left already? Marissa, thank you so much, Phyllis, for your donation again. Marissa, please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Marissa, it is your turn. Please come to the chat. Thank you. Marissa, please come to the chat. Thank you. Hi, Marissa. Thank you very much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Okay. Oh dear. When was the last time that happened? You haven't been talking. Okay. Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What did Alshon wanted to come over to Marissa's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come to Marissa's? And spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's? Student spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's? Student spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's? Student spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's place? Student spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's place? Student spirit guides. Why did Alshon want to come over to Marissa's place? I don't really want to see him because I don't think I have feelings for him anymore. How long has it been since you last talked? The Hierophant, Knight of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups reversed, Three of Swords reversed, and the Sun reversed. Okay. I think that he was, I know, like, this, I think he was looking for a booty call. I do. Knight of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups reversed. And I think that he was willing to say any kind of, like, BS to try and convince you with this Three of Swords reverse and the Sun reverse. The Sun reversed is lies, lack of clarity. I feel like this was like, I feel like this was like a scheme, some kind of like mental manipulation he had in his head. Like, oh, like, cause I definitely feel strong sexual energy here, but it feels manipulative. He said he wanted to talk to your dad. I don't believe it. That I was just like I said, the Sun reverse. That's someone who's not telling the truth. Maybe okay, and again with the manipulation, I see that here with the Seven of Cups reversed. He could have, used that as an excuse. Yeah, maybe he does have something to say to your dad, but he probably thought of something to say to your dad to get closer to you. Is what I'm sensing here. And I asked him why, and he kept ignoring. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't even think he has anything to say to your dad. I think he's just pulling that out of his ass. Because he's looking for excuses. Any excuse. He just got this sudden thirst for you. And was thinking, knows in his mind that you likely would not respond to his advances. But I think part of it also with this manipulation is he wants to know that he still has some kind of power over you, some kind of draw, that you have some kind of draw towards him. It all feels very, very deceptive, very manipulative, girl. The sun reversed is definitely someone who is not being truthful about their intentions, their reasons. I think it's really wise for you, or was very wise idea for you to not have him come over. Because you said you don't really want to see him because you don't think you have feelings for him anymore. I feel like you've healed a lot from him. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but I feel like he wreaked a lot of havoc in your life, and it took some time to heal from that. And you've done a good job. You've done an excellent job, and I feel like if he's to come back into your life now, he's going to like, all that healing's going to go away, and he's going to compromise that. Yeah, and it sounds like I don't want to, I hate throwing this around, but he sounds very narcissistic. Sounds like he knew he had some kind of control and power over you in the past. He's lost it now. Yeah, you're over it. You're over it. And he can tell. He knows. And that's driving him bananas. Now that you're over it, now that you're over him, he wants that back. He wants to know he still has some kind of power over you. And I mean, that can't be something that you want to get involved with again, right? Sounds like you really like made some strides there in getting over him, moving past this guy. And I don't know if he co-parents with you or what, but it just sounds like he's very problematic, and you definitely deserve a lot better, and his intentions are not warm or kind. They're very, very sexual, and they're very self-serving. They're very self-serving, and they're not, it's not thinking about, like, how can I make Marissa happy, or, it's all about him. And I was just going to say, not just about how can I make Marissa happy, but how can I make our kid happy? He doesn't even think about that. Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything for your son. I thought so. He does. Yeah, so that speaks volumes. A man who can't be there for his kid, and then he bounces, and then he tries to wriggle his way into your life. That's, yeah, I don't call people names, but one just popped into my head, and no, that is not nice. That's really nasty behavior. That's like Seven of Swords stuff. Yeah, no, you don't want him anymore. Exactly. And you know what the best thing about that is the more, like, you let him know just how much you don't want him, the more it's hurting him. And it sounds like maybe this is the karma that he deserves after all this time. Because he's not there to bring you joy or love or anything like that. That is not his intent. It's completely self-serving. And that's not fair to you. So not fair to you. Yeah, I say stay away, girl. Stick with that decision. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, always good to get clarity. If Spirit doesn't like them, trust me, Spirit knows what's best for you. And there's definitely been some people in my life that I felt attached to. And I'm not saying you feel attached to him, but there were people, like negative people in my life, that I felt attached to, and Spirit would always identify them. They really want what's best for us, as I want what's best for you, too, I appreciate you too, love. Thank you so much. Much love and light to you. All right, so when I started, I just hit the ground running. So I guess I'll do my spiel now that we have a little break in the queue. Speaking of which, the queue is currently open. So the next person to make a donation will be next. There's nothing God can do to convince me that North Carolina has anything for me anymore. I'm sorry to hear that, Phyllis. Yeah, that's not a place I'd want to live myself. I don't know many people who love. I actually have a couple people I know in North Carolina who do like living there. But if you don't feel like it's the right fit for you, then it's not the right fit for you. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If a mediumship, I almost said internship. If a mediumship is something that you are interested in, if you would like to get in contact with someone who has passed, shuffled off this earthly coil, this mortal coil, please let me know. All the information is there. I can get in touch with most folks who have passed on unless they have reincarnated or unless there's some trauma where they cannot communicate with me. That happens maybe 15% of the time. So I do ask if that is something you are interested in, that I just check in with Spirit beforehand before sending your donation, so there's no kerfuffles there. I also offer past life regression readings, and we just received a donation. Thank you so very much, Brian, for your donation, my friend. Okay. Let's go through and yes, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I remember you guys were all supposed to meet up. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Chris, Jeff, Jeremy get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, Chris, and his dad get together tomorrow? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will happen when Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, and Chris get together tomorrow? 10 of Pentacles reversed, King of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles, the Fool, and 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. Interesting. This is kind of difficult to read. Got this 10 of Pentacles reversed. I know you guys are in a band together, right? I know you guys play music together. That's correct, right, Brian? I feel like, I don't know if it's Jeff or Jeremy, but the one that's going through stuff right now, I feel like his energy is pervading this entire meetup tomorrow, jam sesh, whatever we want to call it. And I feel like the vision that you guys initially had creatively might be lost on someone. And I don't want to keep on using him as a scapegoat, but his energies are heavy. King of Cups reversed. There's someone who's going to be really depressed, not in their element. It's going to be visible. It's going to be palpable. You're going to be able to sense it and feel it. He's just really it's got to be him, because King of Cups reversed is emotional instability through and through. It's someone who is not emotional instability, but someone who's at least going through deep depression to the point where they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They can't understand that although waters are rocky right now while they're sitting on their throne on the ocean, they're also going to be placid. Again, they will return to being placid and calm. But he's lost sight of that. I'm assuming it's him, but someone has lost sight of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you guys. 4 of Pentacles. He might not even show up, Brian, because he's so depressed. It might just be the 4 of y'all. 4 of Pentacles. I was thinking that it might be the 4 of you that show up and not him. And I did pick that up in another reading I did for you I think it was last week. And at times it may feel like basically it's still on the fence whether he's going to be there or not. And here's what's up. If he shows up, it might end up being a bummer for you guys. And this is his problem right now. As he's so depressed, he feels like he doesn't want to be around people because he feels like he drags people down. because of his energy and where he's at. And if he doesn't show up, you guys are going to feel like stilted, like there's one less person here that we needed to practice with. But you're still going to go forward, and I believe the four of you are going to have, going to make the most of it. You're going to make the most of that night or day. You're definitely going to take advantage of that and do your best to not let it get to you, because again, this is not personal. This is nothing that you did or anyone in this group did. He's going through some serious stuff right now, and I don't know what it is specifically. It could just be depression in and of itself. I don't know. But there's usually something that triggers that, even if it's just, if it is clinical depression. But that is what I'm seeing there. That is what I'm seeing there, my friend. It's still not entirely set in stone whether he's this fellow is going to decide to show up or not. But I can say that if he does show up, yeah, he's in a particularly low point right now. I think I mentioned that this weekend too. Yes, this is Jeff's. I was going to say, I forget if it's Jeff or Jeremy. I always mix up the names. It's been a problem of mine for years. Yeah, this is Jeff's energy. That's what I'm saying. There's one person who is an outlier here. And we've got this Four of Pentacles right here in the center, and there's 5 of you, yet I'm seeing 4. And I remember telling you last week, I believe you asked if Jeff was going to show up, or how practice was going to be, or if you guys were going to meet up. And I said, I feel like there might be one person who doesn't show up. Yeah, Jeff's energy is very, very heavy and pervasive right now, to the point where it's coming through in these readings that are supposed to be about 5 people, but I'm really, it's focusing in on like one person who is not entirely on board with everybody else, because he's got a lot going on. And from an outsider perspective, it's like, well, Jeff, go to this practice. It's going to be good for you. At the very least, it'll be a distraction from the crap you're dealing with in your life. But again, I think that he is, I'm not a doctor, but I do think he's clinically depressed. I think he's incapable of seeing that right now. And unless he's seeing a professional, I truly hope he is seeing a professional right now, because he really needs to. If it's bleeding, if this is bleeding so heavily into his life in this way, he definitely needs some support beyond just his friends and family. Because this is, now it's affecting, it's going to cause a domino effect, essentially. And this is one example, I feel. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing there. Like, you guys will prevail, and you guys are, you guys do see things eye to eye and have a set vision. Not a set vision, but a similar vision creatively that you want to output and express. And he was on board at first, and he still is on board, but it's very hard for him to be on board with anything right now, because he's so steeped in this mire of depression, or whatever it is. I think it's depression, but I'm not a doctor. I can't be diagnosing stuff, but it sounds like depression to me. We'll just call it the blues. He's going through a lot. And I'm not making excuses for him or his behavior here. I'm just explaining, what's going on with him. What I feel and sense and read is going on with him. Thank you very much for your donation, Brian. I really hope I brought you clarity there with my Barbie cards, my girly girl cards, my girly pop cards here. I hope I brought you clarity to the situation, and I truly hope that he decides to go, and that it doesn't affect the rest of you guys. It just affects you guys in a positive way, and you support each other. So the queue is now once again currently open. If you have a question and you make a donation, you will be next. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Those are really interesting. Basically checking in with your spirit guides to see if someone in your life, and they don't have to be romantic, it can be anyone in your life, is actually supposed to be in your life and is serving some type of purpose. And thank you for your additional donation, Brian. What's going on with Jeff right now? I am more than happy to answer that question, Brian. But can I ask you just one question? Or two questions. What's Jeff's sign again? Cancer, right? And also, has Jeff told you anything about what he's going through? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is going on with Jeff right now? Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles, and Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Huh. Is he single or does he have a partner? What's his love like? And is he working right now? Because I'll be honest, it looks like something that he's definitely, there's something in his life that is definitely bringing him joy. And he only talks to you about the band. Interesting. Okay. He's single and self-employed. Okay. And he seems to be doing well. He seems to be doing very well in the money department. I was, for some reason, I assumed that it might be like he wasn't doing well financially or he'd gone through a breakup or something. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. It looks like he's doing very well for money right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cups. I'm not seeing like love life or anything like that. But with this seven, we've got both Seven and Eight of Wands. The Seven of Wands, he's definitely got a lot of guards up right now. And he is facing challenges. As well as I think he is doing financially, I think that he's very driven to do better. Feels very pressured to do better. And I don't know how old he is, but I feel like he's had some kind of like really major shift and change in perspective on certain things in his life. Interesting. Okay, Eight of Wands reversed, yeah. Being pulled in a million directions by work and home life. Feeling the need to stay focused on the tasks that are only most important to oneself. So I don't know if this guy's got himself into a lot of debt and he's trying to get out of it or something. I was also wondering, like, is it drugs or something? I'm not seeing that. Drugs or alcohol, I'm not seeing that. This feels like there's a lot of pressure that he's putting on himself. It could be placed upon him by other people as well, but I just don't know how. I think I think most of this is coming from within. Yeah, while I think he's doing well financially, two things. I think he wants to do better. I think he wants things to be. He does well, but it is a lot. He does work extremely hard. But he does do well for himself. But he also puts a lot of pressure on himself. And I don't feel like he's like neglecting himself in any way, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. I don't feel like he's, this feels like he's more preoccupied. Feels like he's very preoccupied with his work. I mean, I really don't want to say this, but because I keep on seeing in all the other readings that he's lost, like, the joy that he did get from making music is not something that he's getting anymore. So my brain automatically just went to, oh, well, he's dealing with something like a clinical issue here. But I feel like he's had some kind of revelation, like, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I think he's come to some conclusion, like I need to focus more on this than that. I need to put my energies more here than elsewhere. Yeah, I do see a whole lot of responsibilities being thrown his way. And I think a big part of it is wanting to avoid burnout, like if he wanting to avoid overextending his energies in too many different directions. So all he talks about is the band when you guys talk together. Okay. Yeah, his energies just don't feel that way. I feel like there's something going on. There's something else going on. And I don't feel like it's so, I feel like it's more internal pressures than external pressures here that are affecting him. So, and also with, furthermore with that, with the internal pressures as opposed to external, again, it has nothing to do with, I do not, this has nothing to do with you. Whatever he's going through has nothing to do with you at all. It's very much a very personal thing that he's going through, at this time. Interesting. And you guys, the two of you have been friends for how long now? And has he gone through a phase like this in the past at all? Since 2007. And thank you for your donation, Tasha. He has. Okay. Yeah, I think this will definitely, I know this will pass. I was actually on a friend's tarot channel the other day, when we were talking about cancers, and they're just very, very heavy energy, very heavy energy. Even for some other water signs, they can be just very intense, heavy energy. And yeah, they can be moody, you know. I mean, we all can, but I do think this will pass for sure. And it's nothing personal. It's just, you know, growing pain, something that he's going through. Definitely something internal, I feel. Yeah. Well, thank you again, Brian. I really appreciate you. And I hope I brought you some clarity there. Tasha, what positive things are coming towards me? Okay. Oops, give me one sec. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what positive are coming towards Tasha? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what blessings and positive things are coming towards Tasha? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Masters and Spirit Guides, what positive things are coming towards Tasha? Ace of Cups, Justice reversed, Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed, Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Three of Wands reversed. Okay. So as is with life itself in general, there are good things and there are bad things. And when I ask tarot this question, because you're not the first person to ask me this question, like what good things are coming towards me, what blessings are coming towards me, it'll often show the good and the bad. And what I'm seeing here, firstly, what I'm seeing is a resurgence in self-love with this Ace of Cups and the Empress reverse. This is not my opinion. This is just what I'm seeing in the cards and what I'm hearing from Spirit. But they're saying that there has been... They're not saying that you don't love yourself, Tasha. That's not what they're saying. But they're saying that you've been focusing on love from outside sources a little more than they would ideally like you to see, to like seeing. Like Spirit wants us to be happy with another person and to be romantically connected and content. But it starts with us first. And I'm not saying that you don't love yourself, but Spirit is saying that it, like, now is a really, and this is a blessing. Now is a really, and you may feel like you're loving yourself more. I hope you are. Because that radiates and people pick up on that energy, all not just like potential romantic partners, but just anyone around you. Yeah, focusing on yourself more and the things that you love about yourself, and the things that that you value about yourself, and that you that that you bring to the world, and just knowing your value and your place. It's interesting here we have both Justice and the Queen of Swords. These are both the Libra cards, but Justice we do have reverse, whereas the Queen of Swords is upright. I do see some kind of injustice happening over the next month or so, and it feels petty. It doesn't feel like a legal problem or anything like that. It feels more petty, like gossip, stuff like that. But with this Queen of Swords is also Lady Justice, and rectifying wrongs, speaking your voice when it's necessary, standing for the truth, standing for your truth and your justice, and an apt response to that. And yeah, we got both Justice reversed and Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a feeling of defeat. So like I said, I think things will be rectified. Whatever this injustice is, they will be rectified to a certain degree, but not 100%. Yes, I'm thinking about addressing it and speaking up for myself because there's God. Yes, yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I was thinking about that too. And I was thinking about what I read about that too, how it would improve certain things, just not 100% of the situation. And that's where I'm seeing this Five of Swords here is there's still, a small sense of defeat there. But you're also determined to defend yourself with the Seven of Wands. You're determined to speak your voice, stand your ground, and not allow this to happen. Then we have this Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. This is really beautiful energy. This is you fully seated in your divine feminine energies, whereas the Spirit is saying that you weren't fully seated in them earlier. You absolutely will within the next couple of months or so. I know I can't stop others saying things because they have nothing else better to do. And I know some of it seems from jealousy and insecurity. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Hurt people hurt people. People who are secure within themselves and value themselves don't gossip about other people. That 100% comes from a place of jealousy and insecurity. Yeah. And yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. I see you being fully seated in your divine feminine energies. Sorry, one moment, please. And we are back. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, this is you being fully, firmly seated in your divine feminine energies. And possibly finding love, girl. Possibly finding love. This Ten of Pentacles. Definitely a possible raise on the horizon as well. Because this Ten of Pentacles isn't just the marriage card. It's also about money. It's also about ultimate money, financial contentment, monetary contentment. But Spirit is saying to have patience with both this Knight of Wands reverse and Three of Wands reverse. You can't force love into your life, but you can definitely be proactive in your love life, in your romantic life. But in terms of timing, the right timing, the right place, right time, right person, that's where the virtue of patience really comes in handy. But I do feel like you're going to meet someone very special. Probably within the next if it's coming up now, I'd say in the latest within the next 6 months, you're going to meet someone very, very special, which doesn't surprise me. And I'm hoping that they're not at your work. I'm hoping that they're outside of the workplace. That would be delightful. But I definitely see someone on the horizon for you, and someone who picks up on this self-love energy that you're radiating. Um, and but yeah, patience is key. Patience is key. Not forcing things and understanding, um, the virtue of right place, right time. I hope so too, because S is an F boy. Yes, it sounds like he is. It sounds like he is an F boy. I haven't. That's so funny. I haven't heard that term in a while. We used to use that term all the time on this channel. F boy that. F boy that. Yeah, no, he is an F boy. I feel. And we don't need that. We don't need no scrubs. No, we don't need that. Well, thank you so much, Tasha. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity there. Looks like definitely good things, definitely wonderful things are coming to you, my darling. That wonderful queenly energy, Ace of Cups energy. I love that. All right, so we are all through with donations. So the donation queue is currently open. So the next person who makes a donation will be read next. And I can't talk. I always recommend the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread. Yes, I can answer all three questions in one. If there's someone who you are curious about and you would like to know what their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions are towards you, I would be more than happy to check. And like most other readers, I also offer private readings. I highly recommend that for everybody, but especially if you're going through um, a particularly like one particular like tough issue that you're going through, and you have multiple questions regarding that issue, um, and need to provide me context, backstory, whatever the case. It's just one-on-one, me and you. It's by appointment, but we can talk for however long you need, and answer as many questions as is needed. Thank you so very much for your donation, KK. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And thank you for your donation, Tasha. Thank you. Go ahead and do both. KK. All right, KK. Should I just refer to you as K? What would you like me to? What is your name? How should I refer to you? And also, what is your sign? Should I go and work for FM company, or will I be happier somewhere else? Okay. And you wanted this to be 10 cards? You're a Gemini. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company, or will they be happier elsewhere? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Messengers, and spirit guides. Should K work for FM company? Sorry, just give me one moment. I'll be right back. So sorry. Sorry about that, and we are back. All right, Kay, let's see. Six of Pentacles reversed, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords reversed, Page of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Moon reversed, Seven of Cups, the World, and the Devil. Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Okay. So here's the thing, Kay. Hi, Lorraine. I'm seeing some benefits and I'm seeing some downsides. I feel, so this is for FM company. So if you were to work for FM company, at the beginning, you will feel like you're not getting a return on what you're putting in. Like you very well might feel overworked at the beginning. And a little bit defeated, but I feel like this is just something that is kind of the case with their newer employees. And Spirit is also saying, with this Page of Swords and the Moon reversed, that it would be why I don't know how well you know this company, but I'm hearing that more research. There's some things that you don't know about the company that you might want to know before deciding to work there. With Page of Swords being discovery and learning, and the Moon reverse being that which is unknown, that which is currently concealed from you. However, this job would eventually, well, I'll lead to that in a moment. It's going to pay really, really well. I don't know if you know the pay already, but if the pay is not good at the beginning, the pay is going to get really, really good towards as you grow and progress with the company. And I feel like a lot of I don't know if you're currently employed now. I don't know much. They're just really trying to hire me. Okay. So if they're really, really trying to hire you, that could definitely be a good sign. That you're an amazing worker and they really want you. Or it could be a matter of they're recruiting a lot of people, and this is, I'll tell you this, I am kind of getting that vibe. They do recruit and hire a lot of people, and then they test the new people to see how much they can work them. And I've been in a situation like this before. I'm not working right now, working on my exams. Okay. I've been in positions like this before where they hire a huge slew of people, and then there's like a firing line just to basically like see who is like best fit for the job. And I feel like you would make the cut, but it'd be very difficult at first. But definitely look into that. Research the company more. I would highly, highly recommend that. Spirit's definitely recommending that. But I do feel it wouldn't take too long for you to establish yourself there and to really be a valued star player there, the Seven of Cups. You would definitely be, this job has a lot of potential it has potential to be a very like long lasting career, that will be a mainstay in your life. I do feel like your superiors are very intense, very hardworking people. Do I see any toxicity? At the beginning, yes, I do. At the beginning, yes, that's what I'm talking about, is this, because it's what they're doing. This is what I believe. I believe they hire large amounts of people, and then they slowly fire one after the other, and then like say hire 20, 30 people, and then keep like 3 of them or 5 of them or 10, whatever the case, and not say anything about it, like misleading people into thinking they have like a long-term job, or at least a job that's going to last for a decent amount of time. That's the toxicity that I'm seeing. I'm not seeing like work gossip or things like that. Actually, I'm not seeing like toxic things with coworkers here. I am seeing some unfair superiors. This Page of Wands reversed, but I also see this being, like I said, a very long-lasting job. But the World, and then the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Those are both Capricorn cards, but Capricorn is the workhorse, and this is a career. This is a long lasting. Like if you chose to work here and stay there, you would stay there for quite a while. This is a place that's definitely looking. Well, not at the beginning. Like when they do like keep those final people out of the group that they recruit. They really want them to stay on board for a while, and there are a lot of monetary incentives, and so you would be very you'd be very content money wise, and in the sense that you wouldn't fear. You wouldn't have to fear losing your job, or like I think at the beginning you will be nervous about that, but I think like towards once you've established yourself there, that's not something that you have to worry about anymore. And money is certainly not something you would have to worry about either. There's definitely like stability, if you stick through the tough part at the beginning. Is what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing things like being rough at the beginning, but then if you stick on and stick through it. You will make it, and you will do very, very well. It's possible that you could be happier elsewhere. That's always a possible possibility. There could be something else where you could be happier. But in terms of this job, I do see a possibility, definitely possible, like high possibility for feeling content and pleased with this job and the choice that you made. But with that, I'm also sticking with spirit too, and I do highly recommend that you do some more research on the company in general, and even try and find maybe some testimonials of people who have worked for this company as well, just to get a better idea of what that would end up being like as an employee there. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Ms. K. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. And you're very welcome. Yeah, do just some more research and I think you'll get like all that clarity that you need. Yeah. And you're very welcome. Thank you. Will I have a physical glow up in the near future? I'm working on my fitness. Okay, let's see, Tasha. I'm gonna wait and see. Are you here, Tasha? I'm doing well, Lorraine. How are you? Tasha, please come to the chat. It is your turn, love. Thank you. She is here. All right. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the near future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Tasha have a physical glow up in the future? In the near future. King of Swords reversed. 8 of Wands. The Star. 8 of Pentacles reversed. And 5 of Swords. Okay, I kind of felt like it was that like this was going to be the answer before I turned the cards. I always like to do that. I like to conjecture before I pull the cards. But the answer is yes. It is absolutely possible. 100%. That like the light at the end of the tunnel is there with the star, and it can happen soon, like within a short amount of time, like in a very fast amount of time. This 8 of Wands. However, you do have to continue to put in the work. I think you said that you're, you mentioned something. You've been working on your fitness. You've got to continue working on your fitness. It is work. You know, glow ups are work. They are effort. And otherwise you may end up feeling defeated and like you didn't take advantage of that time. But a physical glow up is 100% in all of our hands. You know, if anyone wants to, you know, change their, you know, keep themselves, you know, put themselves in a different type of, you know, get into some type of shape. Like if you're wanting to work on, you know, weight loss or specifically like target certain parts of your body, whatever the case it is, or if it's like, you know, facial stuff, whatever, hair, anything, it is work, it is time, it is effort. And that does need to be put in. So long as that's put in, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a physical glow up, Tasha. I do understand. I know you work a lot, and I know it can be hard to fit in that time. Um, you know, it does require discipline for sure, just like anything else. Making that time to focus on your fitness and whatever else you're doing to attain those goals. Um, but yeah, this looks great. This looks it's entirely possible 100%. But I thought I was going to see the Page of Wands here. So I'll just throw that in pro bono. It's in your hands. It's 100. It's in your hands and nobody else's. Your body's not going to do it just on its own, you know, but your body will respond to what you do with it. Okay. So yeah, that is what I see there, Miss Tasha. Thank you so much for your donation. Oh shoot. Yeah, and the King of Swords reversed. Yeah, King of Swords reversed. Yeah, you've got to put in the effort. It's about and it's also about mental fortitude as well, too. Having that mental fortitude to have that discipline, have that rigor, that motivation, to continue on with what you're doing on your journey. Thank you so much, Tasha. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm kind of annoyed got laid off out of the blue due to my job contract ending without notice. What? I'm so sorry, Lorraine. It ended without notice. Why did that happen? Are you at least eligible for like unemployment until you find something else? And the donation queue is currently open, everybody. If you have a question and you want it answered, you will be next. You're welcome, Tasha. That's how job contracts are. Yeah, I can get unemployment, just overwhelmed. Yeah, I hear you, love. I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Yeah, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. It's just yeah, I've been laid off before and it's just a bit of a shock when it happens. Like, okay, like, yeah, I hear you. Hi, Kay. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your donation. We can absolutely ask that. Should Kay work at CR? Ancient Mysteries and Spirits. What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would happen if Kay? What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it be like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it feel like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it feel like if Kay worked at CR Company? Ancient Mysteries and Spirit Guides. What would it feel like if Kay worked at CR Company? 7 of Cups reversed. 9 of Wands. Justice. The Hanged Man reversed. And 10 of Cups. Interesting. So this doesn't look as promising as FM. This one looks like you would feel stuck with the Hangman reversed. You would feel overworked, more so than at FM, and you would feel, and this is where I'm actually getting toxicity too. 9 of Wands is like needing to be defensive constantly. This does have a feeling of toxicity to it, hun. And I feel like there would be very little room for growth at this company. Whereas at FM, there would absolutely be room for growth. However, I do think that it would pay well with this 10 of Cups. And I think that whatever toxicity did occur within the workplace, I think that they would, like HR would do their best to like quash that and bring that to an end. But if we're comparing, I know we aren't directly comparing. You didn't ask to compare FM and CR. But if we are to compare them, I would definitely say that FM was the better option. That this does have a feeling of toxicity to it. That I don't think that you should have to experience. Just petty stuff around the office and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there for CR. I don't think it's as good of an option as FM. It's not it's not the absolute worst. It's not totally terrible. But it's also got its toxicities that I wasn't picking up nearly as much from FM. Yeah, 9 of Wands. That's like feeling battle weary. That's feeling like constantly having to defend yourself and whatnot. I think Matt, this job, the toxicity was crazy. I couldn't continue working there. It was so annoying. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Where that toxicity is just like so well, toxic, that it actually affects like not just your mental health, but your physical too. You know, I'm sorry you went through that. It's awful. Yeah, no, I sadly I feel like there are just, levels of toxicity in almost every workplace, but higher in others, and that's definitely what I'm sensing here for sure. You are so very welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you. All right, so the donation queue is now currently open again. If you need a reading, please let me know. All right, so I have been on for exactly 2 hours now, so I'm going to do a last call for donations. If anyone has any questions tonight, I will be happy to read for you. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call. Anybody? All right, it looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.